Most people completely misunderstand what it actually takes to register a company in Nicaragua. And because of that misunderstanding, they either assume it is too risky or underdeveloped, or they assume it is an easy offshore shortcut with minimal rules, only to discover a structured legal system that sits somewhere in between simplicity and formal regulation. And here's the surprising truth. Nicaragua is one of the most overlooked business jurisdictions in Central America, offering low operational costs, strategic geographic access between North and South America, and a straightforward company registration system. But only if you understand how the legal steps actually work in sequence. Now imagine this. Michael, a 35-year-old entrepreneur from Austin, runs a small import-export business. He specializes in sourcing agricultural products and consumer goods from Latin America and selling them to U.S. distributors. His business is growing, but logistics costs are rising, and he is looking for a more efficient regional base to expand operations closer to suppliers. While researching Central America, Nicaragua catches his attention. Low labor costs, strategic location, access to regional trade routes, and a government that has simplified certain aspects of foreign company registration to attract investment. At first, Michael assumes it will be similar to forming an LLC in the United States. Simple forms, online registration, and quick approval. But when he starts digging into the actual process, things become more structured. He encounters terms like mercantile registry, public deed, notary requirement, tax identification number, known as ROC, and municipal licensing. And suddenly, what looked like a simple expansion turns into a legal system he does not fully understand. And this is exactly where most people stop. But what Michael does not realize yet is that Nicaragua's company formation process is actually quite structured and predictable once you understand the sequence of legal steps. And that is exactly what we are going to break down in this guide. Step by step. Clearly. Practically. In a way that makes everything feel logical, even if you have never registered a company in Latin America before. But here's where things get interesting. Before you even think about registering an LLC in Nicaragua, you need to understand something fundamental. Nicaragua does not officially use the term LLC in its legal system. Instead, the most common equivalent structure is the Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada, often abbreviated as SRL. This structure functions very similarly to an LLC in the United States, meaning it provides limited liability protection, where owners are only responsible up to their capital contribution. And here's the key idea most beginners miss. Nicaragua's company registration system is not based on online automation. It is based on legal documentation, notarization, and government registry approval. Now this is where Sarah enters the story. Sarah is an international business consultant who helps entrepreneurs structure companies across Latin America. She meets Michael after he spends days trying to decode conflicting online information. Michael is confused. Some sources say Nicaragua is easy for foreign businesses. Others warn about bureaucracy. Some mention legal restrictions. Others say it is very flexible for foreign ownership. And Sarah tells him something that changes everything. You are not dealing with a single form. You are dealing with a legal process. Once you understand the sequence, everything becomes predictable. And that is the turning point. Because Nicaragua company formation follows a structured legal chain involving notaries, public registry, tax authority registration, and municipal licensing. And once you understand that chain, the system becomes manageable. But here's the first major reality check Michael faces. You cannot simply register a company in Nicaragua instantly or entirely online. The process requires legal formalization through a public deed prepared by a licensed notary. At first, Michael finds this surprising. But Sarah explains clearly. In Nicaragua, the notary is not optional. They are the foundation of company creation. And that shifts his perspective immediately. Because now he understands this is not a digital shortcut system. It is a legal validation system. So the first step is choosing the company structure and preparing the company bylaws. Michael selects the SRL structure because it fits his small to medium business model. And then comes the drafting of the legal documents. These include company name, business purpose, shareholder details, capital contributions, and management structure. At first, Michael assumes this is just paperwork. But Sarah stops him. This is your legal foundation. Every clause matters. And that moment changes everything. Because now Michael understands that this document defines ownership rights, decision-making power, and liability protection. But here's where things become more interesting. Once the documents are drafted, they must be formalized through a public deed before a Nicaraguan notary. And this is where legal authenticity is created. The notary verifies identities, ensures compliance, and converts the agreement into a legally recognized corporate document. Michael initially feels this is slow and unnecessary. But Sarah reframes it. This step is what gives your company legal existence. And that changes everything. Because without notarization, the company does not legally exist in the eyes of the state. Once notarized, the next step is registration with the Public Registry of Commerce. And this is where the company becomes officially recognized. But here's where emotional tension builds again. Because registry approval is not always instant. Documents are reviewed for compliance, structure, and legal accuracy. Michael enters a waiting period. And during that time, uncertainty creeps in. But Sarah explains calmly. This is not delay. This is legal verification. The system is confirming your structure is valid. And that helps Michael stay grounded. Then, something important happens. The company is officially registered in the Mercantile Registry. And for a moment, everything feels complete. But here's where most people misunderstand the process. Registration is only the beginning. Because after legal incorporation, there are still essential steps before the business can actually operate. And this is where David enters the story. David is another entrepreneur who successfully registered a company in Central America, but assumed he could immediately start invoicing clients. But he quickly discovered that without tax registration and municipal licensing, he could not legally operate. And that mistake cost him weeks of delays. Michael learns from that situation. He immediately moves to the next step. Tax registration with the Nicaraguan Tax Authority, which issues the USC number. And this number is essential for invoicing, banking, and legal business operations. Without it, the company is inactive in practice even if it is legally formed. And this is where clarity starts forming. Company registration leads to tax registration. Tax registration leads to operational legitimacy. Operational legitimacy leads to banking access. And each step depends on the previous one being completed correctly. But here's where things get even more practical. Next comes municipal licensing. Depending on the type of business activity, companies may need local municipality approval to operate legally within a specific city or region. Michael begins to realize something important. This is not just national registration. It is multi-layered compliance. And that means coordination matters. But Sarah reassures him. You are not building randomly. You are building step by step within a structured system. And that mindset helps him continue. Now comes another major milestone. Opening a corporate bank account. And this is where many foreign entrepreneurs face delays. Because banks in Nicaragua require full documentation, including incorporation documents, tax registration, shareholder identification, and proof of business activity. And they conduct compliance checks before approval. Michael prepares carefully. No missing documents. No inconsistencies. Everything aligned. And slowly, the process moves forward. But here's the deeper insight most people never fully understand. Nicaragua's company formation system is not designed for speed. It is designed for legal clarity, tax compliance, and formal recognition within a regulated environment. And once you understand that, everything makes sense. Now imagine Michael one final time. A few months later, he's operating his import-export business through his registered SRL in Nicaragua. He is coordinating suppliers, managing logistics, and building regional partnerships across Central America. What once felt like a confusing legal process now feels like a structured business advantage. And that is the identity shift. From uncertain entrepreneur to structured international operator. From confusion to clarity. From guesswork to strategy. But before we finish, there is one final question. What mistakes do most people make when registering a company in Nicaragua? And the answer is consistent. They assume it is informal. They underestimate notarization requirements. They ignore tax registration obligations. And they try to skip steps in the legal sequence. But now you understand something most beginners do not. Nicaragua is not chaotic. It is structured. And when you follow that structure step by step, the process becomes not only manageable, but strategically useful for regional business expansion. So if you are considering starting a company in Nicaragua, the most important takeaway is this. Respect the legal process. Follow each step in order. Build properly from the beginning. Because once you do, you gain access to a cost-efficient and strategically located business environment in Central America. And what once looked complicated becomes a clear pathway to international opportunity. If you found this guide helpful and want more deep, practical breakdowns of global business setups like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because the more you understand these systems, the more confidently you can move through global opportunities that most people never even attempt. And now, you are no longer looking at Nicaragua's company registration process as a barrier. You are seeing it as a structured gateway into regional expansion and cross-border growth. And that changes everything.